What's up, guys? Bringing you a new lesson for the week. Actually, maybe a couple this week. Had some questions about some methods about chords, and wanted to share some info with you. We're going to be talking about chords today. So we've talked about scales, we've talked about intervals, and today we're going to be talking about some chords and how to build chords. I had somebody mention the caged method, and I want to be honest with you, I really didn't know what it was. I knew what it was, but I didn't know what it was called. And as a music educator, I really don't agree with it. So I'm just going to avoid it and say that I'm going to teach you how to actually build a chord rather than find a formula for making stuff up. I think it's really important for us guitar players to stop using formulas, to stop using just the easy way out, basically. So let's, no offense to anyone, just saying, for the purposes of these lessons, I really want you to think and work hard, and not just get into ruts. So anything I do, I don't want to put you in a rut or give you an excuse to say, oh, that was just a rut. Alright, so we're going to be looking at chords. Let's check out major chords. Okay, we have, in a major chord, we have a root, a third, and a fifth. Alright, in a minor chord, we have a root, a third, and a fifth as well. But the difference is, in a major chord, we have a root, a major third, and a perfect fifth. And in a minor chord, we have a root, a minor third, and a perfect fifth. Alright, now the difference in sound is this. That's a major. This is a minor. Alright, now, as guitar players, we all start out using these chords that are kind of they're kind of hokey chords, but as electric guitar players, I really feel like those are more of acoustic guitar players' chords, and as electric guitar players, we really have to branch out and start working on making stuff our own, and making inversions and chords that are not normal, just to be able to fit into sonic space. Alright, I played in a big band for about like 13 years, maybe more, and in order to fit in between the horns and between the piano and between the bass player and everything else that was going on, I really had to start making up my own chords just to be able to fill space without stepping on people's toes. So same thing in a worship setting. We have keys, we have other guitar players, and we have singers and harmonies and acoustic guitar players, and everything has its own sonic space, and us as guitar players have to learn how to navigate through that proficiently and quickly. That way, in any given situation, we can get from point A to point B and have our own unique voice. Alright, so what I want you to do is I want you to let's pick the key of G. Alright, just because G is easy. We're going to build the chord scale according to G. Alright, now if we took the G major scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and we just stacked thirds, as in root, third, and fifth. If we followed the formula of the scale, of the G major scale, we would have one sharp, which is F sharp. So we would build G, B, D, we would build A, C, E, we would build B, D, F sharp, we would build C, E, G, D, F sharp, A, E, G, B, F sharp, A, C, and then G, B, D. Alright, now notice how I only use two fingers for those chords. Now on the last two strings, this is your major and this is your minor. Alright, so think of it that way. Think of, you're going to have these next to each other here for a major, and these are going to be your minor. Alright, so, and if you listen to it, you can hear the scale. Alright, now we can do the same thing for the second two pair of notes, and I'm just building thirds. These are what are called diads, 2-note chords. Alright, triads are 3-note chords, but in our music, the fifth kind of muddies things up. So do we need a fifth? Not really. Alright, so let's try it on the second pair of strings, the A and the D string, and we're going to build the C major scale. So C is major, the 1, major 1, alright, minor 2, minor 3, major 4, major 5, minor 6, minor 7, and then major 1. Alright, real simple. Alright, we can do that all the way up the fretboard, alright? And you know, let's just try it here with our last 2 strings. This would be easy, alright? We're building the D major scale. And we can use the same formation as in this is major, this is minor, alright? So, major D, minor E, minor F sharp chord, major G, major A, minor E, and then, sorry, that was an E, that was a B, and then C sharp, and then D. Alright, now if we were to build those in chords, it would sound like this. Alright, now all I did there was I know that in a major key, my 1 is going to be major, my 2 is going to be minor, my 3 is going to be minor, my 4 and 5 are both major, my 6 is minor, my 7 is half diminished, but play a minor chord and nobody will know a difference most of the time. Depends on how many voicings you got. And then the D is going to be major 1 again. Alright, now let's try this in E. And you're gonna, I just want you to use your ear. I'm doing it real fast, but I want you to use your ear and get that accustomed before I really just unpack it. Alright, so here we go in the key of E. Oh, sorry. Alright, so you hear that scale going on in the chords, all right, and you can do that for each chord. And if you stack, keep on stacking in addition to the triads, you get the 7th chords, which turn out being really cool. So major 1, minor 2, minor 3, major 4, dominant 5, all right, minor 6, half diminished 7, and then major 7th. Alright, so you can do that all over the fretboard. I'm going to do it in the key of C with 7s. I hit a major 7th instead of a dominant 7th there on the G. Alright, so always remember that the 5 is going to be dominant as well. Now, if you don't know what these, what I'm saying major, minor, and dominant, and half diminished 7th chord, what I want you to do is I want you to grab a piece of staff paper, and I want you to put the C major scale. All right, we know that the C major scale has no sharps, no flats, so write a C, a D, E, F, G, A, B, C. All right. Now after that, I want you to stack thirds. All right, you're going to get C, E, and then D, F, and then E, G, F, A, G, B, A, C, B, D, and C, E. Now I want you to stack another one on top of that. So they're all going to be evenly spaced. And you can stack them in thirds, or you can think of a root, major, 3rd, and 5th, or you can think of them as root, 3rd, 5th, 7th. As long as you keep to the rule of the key signature, you're going to get these chords no matter what. Okay, so if you stack up a C in a triad, you're going to get C, E, G. You're doing it for a D. It's going to be D, F, A, which is a minor chord. You're going to get E, G, B, which is a minor chord. You're going to get F, A, C, which is a major chord. G, B, D, which is major. A, C, E, which is minor. B, D, F, which is half diminished. C, E, G, which is major. Now let's stack on the 7ths. We're going to have C, E, G, B. That's your major 7th chord. Alright, now for the D, you're going to have D, F, A, C, which is a minor 7th chord, E, G, B, D, which is a minor 7th chord, F, A, C, E, which is a major 7th chord, G, B, D, F, which is a dominant 7th chord, A, C, E, G, which is a minor 7th chord, B, D, F, and that's when you get into the B, D, F, A, that's when you get into the full diminished, okay, or actually half diminished 7th chord, and then the C, E, G, B, which is the major 7th. Now, let's just think about this. Let's slow down for a second. We're going to start in the key of C, and we're going to play diads, which are 2-note chords, your root and your 3rd, C, D, F, E, G, F, A, G, B, A, C, B, D, C, E. Now we're going to turn them into triads. All right, C, E, G, D, F, A, which is a minor chord, E, G, B, F, A, C, G, B, D, A, C, E, and then B, D, F, and then your C, E, G. Alright, now we're going to make them into 7th chords, which is going to be C, E, G, B. Sorry. D, F, A, C. E, G, B, D. F, A, C, E. G, B, D, F. A, C, E, G. B, D, F, A. C, E, G, B. Alright, now you're going to have to work around the fingerings in order to fit all those notes in there. You know, if you're to put them in order, you're going to run out of fingers. Alright, so I know I'm using my guitar with no frets, but I want you to figure it out. I want you to work hard. Now, let's see here. I hope this isn't a 10-minute lesson. I hope it's not that. I hope my camera's freaking out or something. Alright, so I'm going to teach you a couple things. I'll teach you a little bit of the caged idea. The caged idea is basically the C formation, the G formation, the A formation, the E formation, and the D formation are moved around the fretboard and able to build different chords. Now, if you know how to build chords already, you can move around the fretboard pretty easily. Alright, so you know that this is going to be your G chord. Alright, and a lot of us use this in a lot of worship songs. A lot of us do that, and all we're doing is we're playing a G, a C, and then an A minor chord, and then back to a G. So a lot of the stuff that we're going to play, we've done all that before. So let's start working on something that's new. Let's play our G like this, or a G like this, or a G like this. Alright, now if you can't tell what I'm doing, I'm basically just finding chords that fit in the, say I had a lot of stuff that was going on up in the higher register. Well, then it's my job to keep the lower end down. So I'm going to be playing chords I hit like this. Alright, and that's just a C, E minor, G. Now if I had stuff holding down the fort and I could play in the higher register, I might play this C, E minor, G. Now those are cool ideas to do because all I'm doing is I'm playing diads most of the time, and I'm just using chord notes there in the scale and letting stuff ring out. Now if I really needed to play high, I could play this. Which was a C, and then to E minor, and then to the G. Now notice I have an open string ring. That's the G, and the G's in all of those chords. The G is in the C, C, E, G. The G is in the E minor chord, which is E, G, B, and the G is in the G chord, of course, G, B, D. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these little voicings and I'm moving them around the fretboard. And this is where things are going to get complicated. These are where things are going to get challenging. But the beauty of it is that you can make up your own chords and have a unique voice. Like this is one of my favorite chords, the B flat chord. All right, and I really love that chord because I can go from an F to a B flat. Alright, now for a D chord. Alright, and that my E minor chord is usually this. Alright, now all I'm doing is I'm taking different notes there in the chord and just applying them in the fretboard. You know, this is my D, or G, or B minor, or A major, C sharp. Alright, now you this is where I'm going to let you kind of move around and figure out your own way. You know what the chords are. You know what a major chord, what comprises a major chord is a C, E, G, and what a minor chord is a C, E flat, G. You know what I mean? That's basically it. If you want to add color notes, just keep on stacking them. Get some staff paper, write it out. Let me see what you can do. I really want to just step away for a second and just figure out what you guys come up with. I want to encourage you to use voicings of chords that are not normal to you, voicings that you have made up. And you know, here's a cool A, here's a cool B minor, C sharp minor. Alright, those are all really cool to use. G sharp minor, F sharp minor, E. Now all those are just triads. Alright, so it's going to be up to you to kind of figure out where you can make them up. It's doable, and I think you can do it. I know that a lot of you guys are going to maybe get discouraged from this lesson, but I want to encourage you with this lesson to go out and try to find your own voice as a guitar player. I think after, I might do another little lesson on chords and just give you some ideas. But know that your voice as a guitar player is only limited by your knowledge. All right. If you know what you're doing, you're going to be able to find the sonic space to fit in, and you're not going to have to rely on effects or tones or anything like that. You can rely on your fingers to express your voice. So give it a shot. I'll probably do another lesson during the week and check back in on y'all. If you have questions or if you think I'm a jerk for doing this, let me know, and I'll throw a few at you and maybe kickstart things that way. But yeah, hope this lesson helped, and work hard. See y'all.